Alrighty, I'm here with Mark and Rochelle with the Flathead Building Association, and we're talking about the Flathead Parade of Homes. And this is the first time you guys have had the event since before COVID, is that right?
Yeah, it's been since 2019.
Wow, so it's been a minute. So for those who aren't familiar, could you kind of explain what the Parade of Homes is?
So the Parade of Homes is an event that we've held for, I want to say like 20 years, and it showcases all of the local builders and suppliers in the area. So they will build a home knowing, or remodel a home knowing that it's going to be in the parade, and we open up these homes to the community. You get 1 or 2 days to walk through them, talk with the builders, talk with the suppliers, see the latest and greatest trends, pick it apart and say, I love this and I hate this. And it's a lot of fun. And usually you'll see a lot of groups of people coming together and touring the homes and families. And so it's kind of a fun weekend event as fall starts here in the Valley.
So as I understand it, there's different tiers of homes, correct?
Correct,
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that was really important for us this year, is that we want to make sure that we're showcasing all the homes in the Valley, not just those top tier homes that a lot of us may not be able to afford. We want to make sure that we're looking at those attainable homes as well. And so we have 3 different categories. We have our attainable category, which is going to be anywhere from $300,000 to $750,000. We got 3 homes in that category that people will be able to visit. We have 4 homes in our luxury category, and that will be from $750,000 to $2 million. And then we have 3 homes in our dream category, which is $2 million all the way up to $8.5 million.
That's so cool. Could you tell me a little bit about, I'm curious about what those dream homes are?
Yeah, so again, they are scattered all over the Valley, and so we have one down in Lakeside, which is a beautiful home overlooking the lake. We have 2 of them up in Whitefish. One of them at the top of the ski area, that's over 10,000 square foot. And so, yeah, it's really going to showcase some amazing technology, furnishings, design characteristics that people just love going into and their eyes just pop, because they may never see a home like this again. So it's really cool that they get to experience this. As well as all the other homes. It's important that we're seeing all the different categories.
The thing that's nice about the categories is no matter what category they're in, the craftsmanship from the builders that put homes in is just amazing. They take pride in what they do, they care about what they do, and it really shows at every level of the home at any price level too. So it's nice. You don't feel like you're getting less of a home in the attainable category. It's just smaller, but very well built.
And they're working really hard to get them done because, again, with the Parade of Homes, we really focus on them being new homes. This is not the best home you did from 20 years ago that you want to showcase. These are newer homes, and so some of them are still being built as we speak, working on their deadlines of next week to get them done. They're putting the last minute finishes, they're staging, and so they're super excited to showcase the great work that they do.
Wow, that's interesting. What a feat, because the building season here is so short. How far back do you go? Is it just homes built within the last year?
This year we allowed homes within the last 2 years because we haven't had a parade since 2019. But typically it's a home built or newly remodeled within the last year. So we try to keep things fresh, and that's part of the trends. The trends change quickly, so we want to make sure that we're always looking at the newest, latest, and greatest, and it's giving builders an opportunity to showcase what they're doing right now.
What kind of builders do you guys have participate in this? Just all of the area local construction companies?
We have a wide variety of categories of our builders. So we have what's called our production builders. So some of those more attainable categories, those are more what you would think of as more pre-sold homes. They have set floor plans that they might be looking at. I know, one of our production homes is showcasing a new floor plan, and that's one of the reasons why they wanted to get this in there. But then we also have builders that have done it for, your high-end custom as well. And so again, it might take 2 or 3 years to build this home from the design stage to then the building stage. And so and everywhere in between.
Yeah.
The other part that's really neat about the builders with the building association is, so I always get asked the question, who's your favorite builder? Like who would you go to? And I'm like, if they were to build your house, I'm like, well, that depends. Where's my house? What kind of look am I going for? Because they're all so good at what they do, but they tend to, they can all do it all, right? But some of them are really great at modern, and some of them are really great at traditional, and some of them are like love doing remodels. And so we have like this group of builders that all do their own thing, and they work really well together too. And so it's not a bunch of builders doing the same thing, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
So.
And that's one of the things we focus on as an association as well, is to making sure that, community can reach out to us and we can help them based on what type of project, what type of house they're looking for, where it's going to be. We can help put them with the right few builders for them to reach out to and communicate with.
Maybe this is kind of an obvious question, but do people find their home doing this? Like
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's why builders do it is, they want to let the community know what they do. Builders are on site for the entire Parade of Homes event. And yeah, they meet a lot of people, and people are searching for builders, and they're looking for the type of client they want to work with. And so it's a really great pairing opportunity. And the same for subs, because maybe you're not building a whole house, but you want new flooring, and you're like, they nailed that. That's what I want. Or I want to redo my fireplace or my landscaping or my kitchen. So it puts people in contact with the style that they like too. Because sometimes you're like, I don't know who I'm looking for, but I visually I do. And that allows them to connect those dots. So
Rather than doing solely off the internet, they're able to speak with the owner, they're able to speak with the subcontractors, and I really like what you did with the style, and talk with them about, what's the next process if we wanted to build a home with you, what's the next steps.
Yeah, totally. Also very beneficial to see that stuff in person too, to see how they did, like you said, certain kinds of flooring or new cabinets and that kind of stuff. Are you guys doing anything special for this event since it's been a while since you've had the parade?
Yes. This is the part I get excited about. Like, I love the parade and I love walking through the homes, but in years past we've done what we called a builder bus tour. So we put all the builders on the bus with some of their subs or clients, and we drove them around so that they can see the houses, because they don't always get to. This year we're changing it up, and we're doing a VIP night. So Friday night, the general public, the community, can buy tickets to ride on the bus. We're going to have 3 buses going. We're going to split them up, going to the different houses, and so they get a VIP experience, seeing the home with just whoever's on the bus. We're going to tote them around. We'll have some fun beverages, snacks. If you're on my bus, it will definitely be entertaining. But they get to see a home in each of the categories. So they get to kind of get a general sweep of what's going on. And then after the bus tour, we're going to have a large party. And we're going to present awards to the builders, best craftsmanship, best kitchen, best design feature. I can't even remember all the awards, and we're going to hang out. And so it's an opportunity to have some fun, continue talking to people that you've met, and get to experience the parade where you don't have to drive yourself around. And then if you do buy a ticket to the bus tour, you also get access on Saturday, so you can go see the rest of the houses. But it's just kind of a fun, neat experience. I know that we're getting pretty close to getting sold out on that, and then next year we'll do a little bit more, but this is our fun kickoff thing, and I'm super excited about it. Mark's just going, okay, I trust you.
No, it's kind of be, one of the things I was thinking about it is like, you kind of get to, you have your favorites, like you haven't seen all the houses, but you go to the awards going, well, I saw those 3 houses. I wonder, I hope my houses win. It's kind of a little like rooting for the builders. You haven't seen the others, but it's like, but I saw that house. I wanted to win. It was great. And so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds super fun.
Yeah.
It's like kind of party bus a little bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And an appropriate party bus, but party bus nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe you.
It's
fun. So, can people buy tickets for that on your website?
Yeah.
They can. And so one of the things that's, we've had a huge number of sponsors that have really helped to ensure that this is going to be a great event. Our first time bringing it back since 2019. We've had some great sponsors, Stockman Bank, Sliders, Whitefish Credit Union, Wintrust Mortgage. we have, over 20 different sponsors that have all come to help ensure that this event goes off wonderfully. And they've also helped to subsidize it for the public. So, that VIP bus tour would be over $100 value, but because of the sponsors, they're getting all the drinks and food on the bus, the drinks and food at the award ceremony, the bus itself, the ticket for the following day, where normally that's over $100. The sponsors have allowed us to subsidize it and get it down to $65.
Oh, nice. That's a really good value.
Yeah, so the bus tickets specifically can be purchased at buildingflathead.com.
Okay.
You can do /Parade of Homes, or you can just click on Parade of Homes and find it. And then for the tickets on Saturday, there's several outlets around town, like Glacier Bank, Super One.
Yeah.
There's a listing somewhere.
It's on our website.
Yep.
Okay.
Or you can buy them at a house, whatever house you want to start with. There's no order. And you can just buy a ticket at the house too.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah, we have 28 ticket outlets around the valley that if you go to them, you can buy it for a discounted ticket of $15 rather than if you bought it at the house the day of, which would be $20.
Cool.
So I encourage you save
$5.
$5 if
Yeah.
you go get it early.
It's fun to go and look at a bunch of really pretty houses, but I mean, what's the purpose of this event in general?
I mean, yes, looking at pretty houses is great. I think, at least for me, from an association standpoint, the purpose is to provide an avenue to showcase the best builders in the county. Like, builders who are members of the association are the best. They're trustworthy, they're committed to excellence, and this is their way of saying, like, hey, this is what we do, and connecting them with the community. It's also a really great way for all of the subs and associates to showcase their hard work, which sometimes it can be hard to do. And from an associate standpoint, because I'm not a builder, I'm an associate, it's an easy way to do some quick marketing and connect with future clients and do fun things and provide an avenue for families to get together and friends to get together. And it becomes this really big event where it's about connection, whether it's trying to do business or just hanging out with your people, and it's something fun to do.
Yeah.
And some of my best memories growing up were hanging out with my parents and looking at model homes, because I grew up in a big town.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
we would go look at model homes and we loved it.
Mhm.
And this is reminiscent of that for me. And so it's a warm, fuzzy weekend for me.
For the public, I think it's very different than the other events that we do. Like they have the ability to talk to builders at, say, our home and garden show that we do. It's always the first week in March. And you can go around and talk to our members and talk to roofers and talk to builders and talk to cabinet companies, and you get a sense of who they are, and they set up displays. But it's different than being able to walk into, builder. They can't set up much of a display in that home and garden show.
Yeah.
We've got 150 other vendors in that 45,000 square foot space, and we're too full as it is. We don't have enough space. And so this is a great way for them to walk into their showroom, so to speak, and to see everything and ask questions and get a feel for it, rather than just talking to them at a booth.
Well, thanks so much for talking to me about this a little bit. The Flathead Home Show is going to be on September 13th and 14th.